What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever episode of Deal with Will TV. For those of you that don't know, I do have another YouTube channel called Deal with Will where we talk about politics, we talk about mixed martial arts and boxing and things of the sort. I wanted to kind of separate things because I do like to react to, relationship stuff, big events going on. And you know what? What better video to start with than this woman talking about how she's not going to block her ex because she needs him to still be able to see what she's up to. Without further ado, let's add this to stage and we're going to react together.
You gonna do it or what?
No, I'm not doing that, babe. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
What you mean? Why would I want? I don't want to do that.
You just gave me reasons. Listen.
But listen, you gotta think about it. We had history, right? And if I block him, he's gonna be upset. He's gonna be worried and wonder where I've been at.
So the first thing that comes to my mind right now is, who cares what you're doing? Who cares, if he knows what you're up to? Or, it almost feels like she's trying to say, I need him to know that I'm safe. I need him to know that I didn't disappear. And a lot of times women will do this, people in general, but in this specific circumstance, women like this will do this because they want their previous partner to be able to see that they have moved on. Now, to me, it feels like either A, she low-key wants the ex back and she's doing this to make him jealous, or B, she still wants him to be around looking at those Instagram stories, looking at the Facebook stories, liking the Instagram posts to try and, fulfill that validation piece of her brain that so many people have. Let's continue.
What am I doing?
Why? Oh my gosh. Why the fuck are you worried about what he's going to be worried about?
What you mean? That's my ex.
So what?
If it's my ex, why wouldn't I be worried? Of course, I still care.
And that's natural, I guess. Not every relationship ends in a drastic way. You can still care for an ex. Like, for instance, right now, my ex-girlfriend, it wasn't the best breakup, wasn't the worst, but guess what? I don't have her on my Instagram. That's for me to heal. That's for me to be able to move on and do so appropriately. And I think everyone should kind of be the same, especially if you get into a new relationship.
I don't care about him, but you get what I'm saying?
Are you okay? Listen, if you're not gonna block him, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with you. Why would you even responding to that message? That first.
Okay, now that's an ultimatum. That's an ultimatum. Now, what's the difference? Let me get the big screen up here. What's the difference between an ultimatum and a boundary? So boundaries are things usually talked about in the beginning of a relationship. And I'm not sure, how long these two have been seeing each other. But, sometimes we take things for granted. Like, this should be an understood thing that my partner should behave this way. Well, in this case, like I said, there's no telling how long these two have been going together. I'm sure there's been other bad behavior, other undesirable behavior from this young lady that this dude has let pass. And so now he feels he's trying to draw a boundary, but what is coming off as to her right now is an ultimatum. And guys, trust me, with women like this, they don't respond well to ultimatums. Let's go.
Whoa,
I just don't feel like we're grown enough to not, we don't have to block each other's exes. That's corny to me.
Listen, I never said that from the jump. You gave me a reason to make him want to get blocked.
Okay, I'm not going to block him though, even if you say it.
So you're texting him though.
I don't care. I'm not blocking him. I'm sorry, because I don't want him to be worried, trying to figure out where I've been at, what I've been at. I still want him to see. In fact, it's not even like that. I want him to see us. I want him to see how
now you want
I got
to
me
see
a
us.
good nigga. I got me a
Yeah, and here comes the manipulation tactics. Here comes the manipulation. The reason why I refuse to expel this dude from my life is because really I want him to see you and how good you are. Fellas, I pray to God this guy sees through this. I haven't watched this entire video, but let's continue. These manipulation tactics are so weak and we should be able to see right past them. Let's go.
You about to lose a bit, man. That's what you about to do.
I'm not losing no nigga first off. I'm not losing no nigga, so don't say that. Don't even wish that.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you can't block him.
She just said, I'm not losing nobody. I'm not losing no man. So don't even say that. Women like this believe that there are no true consequences for their action.
right now. I'm gonna have to go drop you off home.
I'm not blocking him. I'm not blocking
all right,
him.
cool.
I don't care. So I don't know what you about to do because I'm not blocking him. I don't care. I love you.
All right. All right. She just pulled his card. She just pulled his card.
What you about to do because I'm not blocking him. I don't care. So I don't know what you about to do because I'm not blocking him.
I don't know what you're about to do, but I'm not blocking him. So, and based on the way, and if you ever get in a, God forbid, guys, you ever get in a position like this, how you respond to that is going to dictate how the relationship is going to be in its remainder.
I don't care. I love you, and I don't love him anymore, and I'm not blocking him. Like, what's the point? What is it going to do?
What is the point of you keeping him?
That doesn't mean he's not going to still
You want him to still text you and stuff and see your stuff for what?
I don't want him to text me, bro. Like, now you're about to get mad, bro.
I'm getting you mad.
Yes,
because
I never told you to block your ex. Like,
right, because I'm not texting my fucking ex.
It don't matter.
I'm not responding to her messages or stories like that.
I'm not blocking.
I don't care if you just said thank you.
I don't care. He needs to still see what the fuck I got going on. He needs to see how he lost out on a bad bitch.
Bingo. There it is. He needs to see what I got going on. He needs to see my provocative Instagram posts. He needs to see me taking pictures with you because you've brought me out to these fine dinners. Meanwhile, the whole time, I'm disrespecting you by keeping him around in my orbit for the validation so he can see what he missed out on. Fellas, there it is. You can't make this up. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
What you talking about?
You're responding thank you with a heart for what?
What you mean?
Oh,
what are you responding for? That's your ex.
Okay, I won't respond anymore, but I'm not blocking him.
No, if you can't block him, then we're done. I'm telling you.
I'm not blocking him.
Okay, well, all right, so we're done. I'm not going to say.
Matter of fact.
All right, so that's pretty much the entire video. I would love to see a follow-up on it. Now, with videos like this, videos like anything nowadays, you kind of have to question, is this real? Is this a skit? It felt very real. Hopefully it's not, because I'd hate to see any brother get into a situation like that. I just hate to see young couples in beef like that. You know, I mean, that's a terrible situation. But one thing I would say that young brother could improve upon is understanding that in the beginning, the dating process realistically, and I know things happen fast, right? You find a girl, she's fine. She's all that, and she's digging you, right? And sometimes we can ignore some of the red flags. We can ignore some of the bad behavior thinking it'll just kind of auto-correct. Well, not all the time. That's not always the case. The dating process should be, you know, it's different for everybody, but I would say at least a handful of dates, at least 3 months or so before you make things official. Now, within those first few dates, you're just casually talking, getting to know what they do for work, letting them know what you do for work, getting to know their hobbies, their favorite color, you know, all the things, right? But as we get into date 5 and 6, after we've been seeing each other for about 60 days, we need to start getting to know what each other wants out of a relationship, what we expect, what we need to see, what our expectations are, what our roles will be dating them and what their roles should be dating us. Because don't get it twisted, like, guys, I know it's scary to have these conversations, but women have expectations for us. When you go on that first through 1000th date, they are going to expect that you pay for it, which is fine. That's totally fine. But we also need to let them know some of our expectations. We can't just hope and pray that they'll be a good woman and that their behavior will correct itself. The ultimatums I mentioned earlier, look, women like this, they're going to shut down when you give them an ultimatum, right? Most likely they got daddy issues or didn't have a father at all. And it's going to give, he's trying to be my dad. It's going to remind them of, you know, the strict parents who wouldn't let them go out dressed in a short skirt, you know, and it's hard to cross that barrier once you remind them of that. They're just going to shut down. So instead of that, what he should have done was, okay, we peeped the behavior. She's texting an ex. She's not willing to get rid of the ex and cut off communication. So let's complete the date, bring her home. And then when she wonders why you fell off the face of the earth, give her no explanation. We move on to the next thing. Guys, we're going to keep on doing videos similar to this. Like I said, this is my first one. If you're watching this, I'm probably going to drop at least 2 to 3 videos at the same exact time, all similar stuff or covering world events. If you like it, make sure to subscribe. Again, this is a new channel. My other channel is Deal with Will. If you like combat sports, if you're into politics, go follow me over there as well. But I'll see you guys soon. Peace.